What is up, fight fans? You are locked into the Silly Gilly Goose MMA show. This is episode 3 of Outside the Octagon. We have a fighter interview today. We have Tommy Gantt, former NCAA All-American wrestler, Dana White Contender Series graduate from last year. Tommy, you just got your first fight booked in the UFC. How you feeling about it, man?
Good, man. It took a little bit, but good, man. I'm glad to be booked and actually training for something now. So it's been cool. How you
Absolutely,
guys
yeah.
doing?
May 16th in the Apex. You already fought in the Apex, so do you feel like it's like a home field advantage a little bit for you there, or what?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. It was cool fighting in there. It's a nice venue, man. It's small and intimate, so it's always nice to get to like a small, intimate spot before you get to like the pay-per-view cards or what would have been pay-per-view cards. Now, get your feet wet a
Yeah,
little bit, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
how did this fight end up coming together and everything? Like talk us like through the process of getting your first fight and everything.
Man, I think it was like it was like Sunday night or something like that. My manager just hit me with the text message. He was like, "Oh, Trey Ogden or whatever." I was like, "Man, let's do it." I think I responded back in like 20 seconds. It really didn't matter who it was. It was gonna be the same
Yeah.
message no matter what. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I have another one for you. How has wrestling, you were a wrestling coach even too, impacted your career?
Um, Being a wrestling coach impacted my career very heavily, man, because it takes a toll on you, man. It's hard, man. It's almost kind of like being an athlete when you got to deal with like 30, 40 different guys, attitudes,
Hmm.
keeping everybody under the same like mentality and structure and discipline and stuff like that. It's helped me out a lot, man, because it kind of helps you deal with guys' attitude in the gym and stuff like that. And I will say it's very similar. Well, our gym out here, the academy in California, it's very similar to being on a wrestling team because we're all like teammates. We all support each other. We spar with each other. We take care of each other, and it's not a bunch of like cannibalism, if you will, like the Moicano Duncan situation.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And sticking on the wrestling subjects, do you see yourself as a wrestler who fights, or do you see yourself as a mixed martial artist now?
I would consider myself a mixed martial artist, man. Because at the end of the day, like that's what we do, right? Like it's not a
Yeah.
wrestling
Yeah.
match, it's not a jujitsu match, it's not a boxing match. You gotta kind of piece everything together. So that's what I consider myself as. I mean, I'll always be a wrestler at heart, though. But you know, you gotta blend everything together, man. That's how you be successful. Look at guys like
Yeah.
Volkanovski. He does it. He does everything well. So he kind of laid the blueprint for everybody that you got to be a mixed martial artist nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what got you to transition from because you were doing well on the international scene for wrestling, like you
hmm
second at the U.S. Open and everything. What got you to transition into MMA?
I think throughout the majority of my life, man, I just like competing and fighting, kinda. And even if you watch my wrestling matches, it was almost always like a fight anyway. So I think just competing, liking to get in there and scrap and bang with the best, it just kind of helped me transition over to MMA pretty easily.
And this is I have forgotten to ask each of the other two fighters this question, but as someone who's like fought in the Apex and like other small scenes, this is like a question that's been killing me for a while.
Mhm.
When you're like fighting and you can hear the other opponent's coaches like giving him instructions, are you also listening into those instructions and like cluing in on that or no?
I mean, I guess inadvertently you do, but I don't hear a lot when I compete. It's always been like that. Like for me, when I wrestle, I really didn't hear anything besides that. Like the breaks in wrestling, like it's the same as a fight. Like in folk style or collegiate, you got your first period, second period, third period. In freestyle, it's first
Hmm.
period, second period. I really didn't hear anything, man. Besides when the whistle like stopped the action if we went out of bounds or something like that.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
I think when you get on top of somebody, like for me at least, everything kind of slows down a little bit, and then I could kind of hear things. If your coach is like, "Oh, pass the half guard, side control," or if his coach is telling him like a technical, like to wrestle up or to get the under, you could kind of hear stuff like that and stay a step or two ahead of the guy. But other than that, not really, man.
And also, like, on to go with that, you said everything slows down. You can start hearing, your coach when it slows down. Is there any
Mhm.
like fake call outs that like your coach has to like in case they do hear you, like it's like a fake call out so that they don't counter what they want you to do?
Nah, not really, bro. You just gave me a great. That's a great idea, bro. Not really. I never thought about that. That's a great. Hey, that's a great idea, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like
tell my
calling
coach
plays
that,
in
man.
football.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Yep. That Omaha.
yeah, yeah. See,
Uh,
that's what I'm
who's
saying.
who is someone that you like model your fight game after? Or, like, who do you like to watch the fight? Who do you like watching fights and stuff like that? Is there anyone that specific that you like to craft your game after?
Obviously my coach, DC. I like watching Chimaev. I like watching Khabib. Um, Ian Gary is good to watch. I like watching a little bit of everybody, man. I take like little things from like kind of each fighter and kind of try and implement it into my game. But yeah, I like watching those four for the most part. Kamar Usman too. He's good. He's really good to watch, man. Really
Yeah,
disciplined and technical and tough.
Absolutely. So do you
When
watch the cards regularly then, like every weekend?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, for the most. If there's a guy fighting at lightweight, I'm more than likely watching. I watched this one this
Okay.
past weekend. It was pretty good, man. A lot of
Yeah,
finishes
you
on
watched the
that
main
card.
one.
yeah, a lot of
Yeah, some
lightweight
bangers, bro.
matchups too on the card.
Yeah,
Yeah, that Costa dude, I didn't even know who he was, bro. He's tough, bro. That dude's good.
yeah,
And Ewing,
yep,
of course, man. Hey, Ewing's creeping his way up. He's one of
yes,
my favorite
Yeah,
fighters, man. That dude's tough, man.
I want.
He's an animal,
I would
bro.
like to
yes.
see Ewan versus Rob Font. That would be a good matchup. I feel like they're both really good stand up boxers.
Bro,
It'd be a
honestly,
lot.
I think Ewing would do it to Rob Fine. With all due
I
respect,
think
Yeah,
man.
so
maybe
too.
now.
Get
Yeah,
his
Bro,
name in
he's
the
100%.
good,
rankings.
bro. He's good, bro. He can wrestle, he can strike, he can grab. He literally could do everything, man.
Definitely.
I'd be interested to see where he's at in like a year or two, man. Honestly, because it looks like they're
Yeah,
pushing him
he's
pretty hard now too. They gave him two undefeated
yeah.
guys. He'll probably fight two more times this year. So I'm interested to see where he'll be.
I hope so. He's really good.
is
Yeah,
there
bro.
any
He is.
lightweights that you've had your eyes on recently, like that you're like, oh, I would love to fight them, or I want to fight them in the future?
Um, Nobody specific, but I gotta figure out who I'm calling out though. So that's a good question.
Yeah,
But nobody
I
specifically,
was gonna
man.
ask you that.
Dude, I like the wrestler's mentality. So like, if any you guys watch wrestling before, any of you guys
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
I
the
wrestled
NCAA
in
tournament?
college. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were watching
Oh
it
yeah.
last week.
So it's like the gladiator mentality to me, man. I wish in a perfect world, obviously it's not possible to fight 100 different guys on the roster, but I like the idea of like fighting everybody, like going up through a chain or whatever. Like the NCAA
Hmm.
tournament, you got 5 matches. You got the round of 32, 16, 8, 4, and then the
Yeah.
finals.
Yep.
But I like that mentality. So it's not possible, but it ain't too many guys that I wouldn't fight, you know. So
Going off college wrestling, who's one college wrestler like currently or in like the past few years that you've seen that you would like to see in MMA here soon? I mean, we know Gable's coming over.
yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, Gable's my boy. I was gonna say him, but he's already coming, so it's kind of technically cheating. But um, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a bunch of tough wrestlers, man, but not anybody that I've had like my eyes on. I coached this kid from Chicago at NC State. His name Vincent
Yeah,
Robinson. He's tough,
Oh
yep.
man.
I
yeah,
was
we
just
know
about to
Vincent.
ask you about him.
Bro, he's tough, bro. He's tough. He's
We,
talented. He's skilled. All of it. So I wouldn't mind seeing him in the octagon here. So,
yeah, we all grew up right outside Chicago, so we always cheer for Vincent when
oh
we see
really?
him wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where you guys from?
We all went to Minooka High School.
Like
Oh really?
right around Joliet.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. I used to wrestle guys from Manuka. I forget
Oh
Yeah.
his
yeah,
name,
like
but
Hey.
who?
Wow.
he's really good, bro. I think with Rudiger or something like that. I want to say
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
a
Coach
few of them,
Rudiger.
bro.
Yep.
Yeah, they were good, bro.
Yeah.
A few of them, they were
Yeah,
good.
that was our coach.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. He was good. He was
Yes.
good back in the day when I was coming up.
Yeah, you know that you ever heard of the movie Rudy,
Yeah, I've heard of it.
the football
Yeah, I've heard of
movie?
it.
That's
Uh
his
huh.
family. That's
Oh
his
really?
family.
Bro, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That's
He's one of
crazy.
the Rudy's little brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. I'm like, man, Illinois is a really good wrestling state.
Oh yeah, top
Very
Really
five for
good.
underrated.
sure.
Top
Yeah,
five
it's
every
tough.
year, bro. Every year. Got Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Jersey, and California. I would say my top five.
That would be my exact top five.
Good. Good.
So
What
how
was
did
it
you find
like?
out you were going to be on the Contender Series?
Um, I think. I think I was supposed to be on there a little bit earlier than I was, and I don't know what happened with it getting pushed back to like September or whatever. And then I ended up
Okay.
sparring with the guy that I actually fought like before I even had an amateur fight. So it was funny. It's kind of a funny story. I think I mentioned it a little bit like in the post fight interview, but yeah, it was funny. They text me that dude's name. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's cool. I was like, I sparred with him before, but I was like, yeah, I'm with it because I knew what the result was going to be or the outcome. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
perfect. Yep.
Another
Silly
finish for
Gilly.
the record. You got 10
Yeah,
on
bro.
10 finishes now on the record. Is that what we're
Yep.
hoping for and hoping for when we get in the octagon on the 16th?
Oh man, I try not to make plans or predictions or anything like that, but obviously, man, the goal is to finish a guy. So if the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna get him out of there.
That'd be huge. And Trey Ogden never been finished in the UFC before, so
Oh really?
that would put your name. That put your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 3-3 in the UFC. All six
Mhm.
fights have gone to decision for him. So
Oh, that's good then. Well, let's see if
yeah.
we can
So
snap that streak, man.
now I hope
Yeah.
so, dude. That'd be a huge win. Shoot your
Yeah.
name up there. Probably, a lot of talk. A lot of guys probably want to call you out with a big win like that. So
Mhm.
I'm excited,
Well,
man.
keep that traction rolling, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another question for you. What was the toughest match for that you think you've had for wrestling in college?
Ooh.
That's a tough one in college, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, man. Probably North, man. Probably North. I wrestled in my red shirt junior year at the scuffle. I think he beat me by like 3 or 4 or something like that. But that was a tough one. Really good, man. He
Yeah.
attacks well. He rides well. He's good everywhere. So it's just like you always got to
Yes.
kind of be on your P's and Q's, bro, with a guy like that. And I think he was young then, I want to say. I mean, he might have been a red shirt freshman at that point, I think. Yeah, I
Uh,
think he was.
and
Because I
like,
think
would
that
you
was
ever?
2015.
Yeah, that was probably like right around his freshman year. I would say. I think
Yeah.
Penn State sends all their freshmen to the shuffle.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about
Uh,
right then.
would you ever want to compete on like an RAF card? Because like Nolf was on the card last
Yes.
week. Would you ever want
Bro,
to jump on one of those?
I I would love to compete on the RAF card, bro. But I'd rather wrestle MMA guys since I'm not a wrestler anymore. I retired a couple years ago, so I'd rather wrestle the MMA guys. A guy like Sarukian would be a perfect matchup, man.
I was gonna say you versus Armin.
There you
Bro,
go,
people
dude.
people think he's good and he can wrestle and all of this. I'm like, dude, he cannot wrestle to the level
Oh
of
yeah,
our American guys, bro. No, he's good though. Obviously, I'm not saying the guy sucks or
Yeah.
anything like that, but he's not as good as our American guys.
no,
Like,
I mean,
yeah,
could
he's
you imagine watching him wrestle David Carr? What would happen? 10-0 in a
tech
minute,
ball.
in
Yeah,
a
ten
minute
zero
and a
first
half.
period.
Done deal. Done deal.
awesome. I just had one last question for you, Tommy. So I mean, ever since your Contender Series fight, or even before it, have you like gotten stopped on the street and recognized by like fans? Like, has that just
Um,
even after this fight announcement too? Like, has it just your popularity just soared? Like,
not really, not really. I prefer it that way too, to be honest, man. I'm more of a down to earth, regular, no nonsense type guy. So that really
gotcha.
doesn't do it for me. I think after the Contender Series, I went to Raw. I want to say because a couple of my buddies are in the WWE, and a couple people was like, "Hey, man, you fought
Ooh,
last week. I saw you." So it was cool, but I'd
hey,
rather.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah,
be low key, man, and just be a regular
no,
person in the crowd, bro.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Mason, you got one more.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what was it like stepping into the octagon for the first time ever after, wrestling all that time? Like, what was your mindset like? Did you have different like motivations, or was it like relatively the same?
No, it was a lot different, bro. Wrestling always brought about like butterflies for me, bro. I don't know, man. I guess since I competed so young as a kid, like 11, 12 or whatever, I was always like not scared, bro. But if you wrestled, you know what feeling I'm talking about, like the
Yeah,
butterflies in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
stomach
we
before you
wrestled.
yeah,
Yeah,
wrestle. It's like
Yeah,
nerves, I guess. But I think in wrestling we put a lot of like pressure on ourselves, I guess, if you will, to go out there and kind of get the result that you work for. But I think fighting made me feel a little more free. Cause it's like
Yeah.
it all comes back to me, regardless of the result. It always comes back to me, and whether I put in the time and the work in the gym and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess I feel more free fighting and wrestling. But wrestling, dude, I
Yeah.
remember wrestling at the IESA sectionals when I was like 6th, 7th grade, bro. I wrestled this
Yes.
dude from Orient, I want to say. He was
Yeah.
so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was good at like a double trouble, like the cow catcher or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, he was killing everybody. I was terrified at the time, bro. Now I think about it as a grown man, I'm like, bro, that's so stupid to be scared of a cow catcher, bro. It's crazy. That's just one of those moves where you just gotta decide I'm not getting hit with a cow catcher.
I mean, Tony Ramos would hit it on everybody. It seemed like.
Bro, everybody, bro. This kid was good, bro. He was like 12, bro.
And then my last question for you, we like to ask this to all of our fighters before they leave, is how do you want Tommy Gantt to be remembered?
That's a good one, man. I don't know, man. That's a good one, man. I've never been asked that, but if I had to say off the top of my head, I want me to be remembered as for my legacy and as being a competitor that was always game.
All
That's
right.
probably what I would say. But I gotta think about that one though. That's a good one. I'm gonna write that on my mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, Tommy. We love having you. We're really excited for your fight here in a few weeks, and we can't wait to watch you climb up the rankings, man.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good, fellas. Appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Yep. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Enjoy your golf.
You're
All
welcome
right, fellas.
anytime.